Yeah.
I know what's wrong with it. It's a Ford. You know what they say Ford stands for, don't you? It stands for fix it again, Tony.
You're thinking of a Fiat, Dale.
Fix, yeah, again.
Hold on to her, Dale. Don't let her go.
Dang, when I couldn't be trusted to. Thanks, friend.
I'm thinking maybe I should thank you. Oh, baby, I should buy you another round. 'Cause you care and I swear that I'm here, but I'm there. It's getting harder to hunt me down.
Hey!
Not now, Bobby. I'm in the middle of something.
Great, you leave the bank couple
What are you looking at?
I made it, but once I build
It's
it, I
my
break
yard.
it. That might just break me down. And all I ever needed was somebody with some reason who can keep me sane.
God! Oh, man.
Dale, you went too far this time. Come back here. Come here. I want to kick your ass.
No! No!
I want to kick it harder if you don't come over here.
You shouldn't have fired me. You know what I'm like. I'm capable of any crazy thing.
But my lawn, Dale, you don't mess with a man's lawn.
I had no choice. I tried planting the ants in your driveway, but they didn't take. They couldn't bite through cement. They're weak, like me.
Hang in there, Dale. Damn NAFTA. Oh no, my eyes are turning bloodshot. I look like I'm doped out of my gourd. Doped out of my gourd. Oh my God, I'm going on a trip. Smell the Mary Jane, not the propane. Just take dope, black out in a field, smell those flowers. Smell the Mary Jane, not the propane. Could get fake.
coming to you live. This is Boys Talk. This is Boys Talk. This is Boys Talk. Welcome back to the Castle Bros. Welcome back to another episode of Boys Talk. Boys Talk episode 2. They said we wouldn't be back. They said, Aethel, you're finishing with just one episode of Boys Talk, right? One and done, one hit wonder, right? One word for him. Wrong. Because we're back, baby. Boys Talk episode 2 starts now. Today we've got a fantastic guest. Guys, I'm so excited for today. Welcome to Boys Talk. Introducing to you one of my favorite VTubers, known as the Hank Hill VTuber, also known as TheGoodJared on twitch.tv. Episode 2 starts now. Wrong page. Starts now. Hey, Jared.
Well, god dang, I tell you what, with an introduction like that, you're about to make my cheeks red. I'm about to bust, Lord. God dang. You invite a fella into his castle, and then you gas him up like that, and then you send us to the void for a second? I'm having a great time here, tell you what.
You know what? It's episode 2, man. There's bound to be some mistakes. I think as the episodes go on, the number of episodes is the number of mistakes we're going to make. So far, 1, so expect 1 more later on, man.
I mean, I feel like, getting teleported to the void is now a tradition. That's lovely.
Yeah, we should just start every episode teleporting to the void. Oh, man. How you feeling, dude? What should I call you, by the way? I feel weird calling you Hank because you go by TheGoodJared. What should everybody call you, man?
Well, some people do call me the Mac Daddy of Heimlich County. That's a choice. But no, I mean, you can call me... You can call me what you like. I respond to either. I don't know what's going on in this VTuber here, but yeah. Now, do I call you Lord? My Lord? Do I tip my hat?
You don't have to. You definitely don't have to. I'd prefer if you didn't, honestly. I go.
Oh, yeah. Good. I mean, me too.
Bro, this is gonna kill me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you can call me anything. I'm the same way as you, brother. Just call me whatever you feel like, whatever rolls off the tongue. You could just grunt at me and I'll probably respond to that.
Okay, we'll work with that.
Yeah, no big deal either way, man. Well, I'll just call you Jared if that's okay. Not to be confused. I know there's some other Jareds, but I want to preface, this is TheGoodJared.
Yep, I'm not associated with any of them god dang sandwich manufacturers or whatnot, so yeah, we're more in the gas stuff over here, retro accessories and whatnot.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We gotta start that off right now. Just get that out of the way, guys. This is TheGoodJared, and I wanted to ask before we get into this: is that where your name comes from? Where does your name come from? Did you have like a Jared you grew up with that was the bad Jared, or is there the reference to the sandwich guy, or what exactly?
Well, I'll tell you what. It felt like at first I knew there were no other Jareds. There was only one. And then I met another Jared. I mean, he was okay. But the older I got, I was like, okay, we got a Subway Jared. That's now everyone I meet's like, hey, $5 foot long. Yeah. But of course, he was a bad Jared. Now we've got a diamond. We got a diamond distributor. Later on, people say, hey, they went to Jared's. And I said, well, diamonds, that can't be good. And I'll tell you what, we had some government officials bearing the name. So I just said, come on now. Let's set the record straight. Why are there so many bad Jareds?
I don't know. What do you think it is, man? I mean, what separates you from the bad Jareds? What do you do that's kind of good? Or do you do bad? Do you do bad stuff?
No, it's a cover. It's 100% a
Oh,
cover.
yeah?
The good, Jared. You should see me try to play a video game. No, it's a goal. It's a goal. You got to get. I want to get good. You know.
You set your name as a goal.
Yeah, got to get good.
Is there any bad stuff you do other than games? You get into any type of like, do you like get into like prostitution or any? I don't know if that's even bad, but do you do any bad stuff like that?
Well, I mean, I can throw my hat back on if that makes it more clear what end of the game I'm in on that. And you know, I'll tell you what. I mean, it is boys talk. So I dabble in a little, mischievous activity from time to time, but nothing illegal, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you said you're not a good gamer, man. I've been watching your streams pretty much every day you've been live. You mostly been playing Fire Emblem lately. So if you guys don't know, Jared he has like an insane completed games list on his Twitch channel. Actually, do you mind if I take a look at it real fast, man?
Oh, I mean, not at all. It is public record. Oh, geez.
Guys,
I'm liking that Fire Emblem, though. I'll tell you what.
Guys, take a look at this, man. Look at this fucking list. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but you primarily stick to mostly retro games, right?
Yeah. Now, for the most part, it's a lot of video games I always just wanted to beat. Now, I got most of them from my boy, and he hardly makes it past the intro screen before he says it's too scary. That included Parappa the Rapper too, but yeah, I like playing those super frustrating retro video games that require punishment and memorization, and oh, I love that.
Yeah, you said, do you have a son?
Jared doesn't, but yeah, of course I got a boy.
Okay. Of course. Now, how's he been lately? What he's been getting into any kind of trouble at school?
Well, I mean, you know, I think we'll get it out of the way.
Yeah, what's up?
He ain't right.
Yeah, I heard that before, man. You got to set him straight, right?
Well, you know, I used to think that, but it's 2022, and the more I listen, the more I think that boy might be onto something. I might be a bit of dusty old bones full of green dust. I'll tell you what, he knows what's up.
You feel yourself getting older, man?
Oh, certainly.
Yeah. What kind of things have been changing in your body that makes you feel like you're getting older? I feel like I got a lot of things in my body that are kind of changing around. Like, it's almost like those old puzzles where you got to get the car out of the traffic box and you move around all the trucks and cars. And I feel like that's going on in like my lower intestines and my kneecaps. What about you? You got anything going on that makes you feel like kind of time's ticking down on you?
Well, I'll tell you, the two things I was excited about that were lies is that gravity did not extend my glutes whatsoever.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
small. They get smaller. My urethra still pretty goddamn narrow.
Yeah.
But I tell y'all what, the noises that I make when I bend over now are just absurd. And they're involuntary, but they're all the grunts and moans of a PlayStation 1 NPC getting hurt now or whatnot. I sound like a monster.
It's hell, man. It's hell getting old. I'll tell you, and pardon me for stealing the tagline, but I'll tell you what, it sucks, man. I feel it every day, but I'm glad I'm not alone.
Yeah, that getting older sucks. We need to figure that one out. The scientists are just behind.
I've been doing some detoxes and stuff. I've been drinking like a lot of like raw milk and just kind of looking into the sun.
Wait, now, I'm not trying to call you out, but
Oh, yeah, what's up,
I'm
man?
fairly sure I saw that you were more than 1,000 years old.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding, man. I'm getting older. Yeah.
Oh, please, look at you. You don't look a day over, at least 700. My word.
Thank you, man. That means a lot. Thank you. Yeah, I'm cursed with undying. I got sent to hell, and I came back, and I get older, but I can't die, so I don't even get the grace of passing on.
That is just the worst. I'm sorry to hear that, and I didn't mean to so candidly talk about your curse in such a manner, but damn, that's quite the curse. Tell you what.
I'd rather just get it out in the open, make it kind of like normalize it, like people in.
Well, yeah.
It's one of those things where you don't want to let your disability be a disability. It's a superpower.
Of course. Yes, certainly. Well, I mean, I would say so at this point. You get a castle.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Pretty
Yeah,
goddamn
man.
good.
Well, Jared, I just want to thank you so much for coming by today. This was something that I was really looking forward to. I'm a huge fan of your streams. They are so relaxing. You're one of the funniest guys I've ever had the chance of stumbling upon on Twitch. If you guys can't tell already, I'm cracking up watching your streams. You're on usually pretty late for me sometimes, and it's just such a good vibe. I guess, would you mind kind of introducing what you do, what you're into, kind of like a top 10 facts that we need to know about Jared?
Oh, certainly. And I just gotta say, you're too goddamn kind. I mean, now y'all have been at this castle. You're familiar with my lord, as I have. I've made the worst choice, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, that's all right, man.
It's so flattering to have you introduce yourself. I remember you came by. We were playing some Fire Emblem, and I wasn't familiar with your stream at the time. But yeah, well, thank y'all once again for having me. And I can tell you basically what we're doing down there is number one is playing retro games. Now, You're wondering, what's a retro game?
Yeah.
And actually, that's kind of up to a personal opinion debate. I think it comes down to what feels nostalgic, what you grew up with. So as we get older, that does expand. But that's primarily what it's about as far as gaming goes.
Yeah. Hey, I want to ask you a quick question, man, about retro games. Would you say that the PS2 is retro? It's kind of a debate we've been having.
So right. I think it's kind of become a subjective term, and I think there is a technical definition, but I would place most. I played Shadow of the Colossus on stream under retro.
Fuck! Sorry, man.
Oh yeah, hey, no worries. I hope you didn't know that demon.
Sorry about that.
Oh no worries. Yeah, because no spoilers, but I think that it's more determined what you grew up with.
Yeah.
I understand the more. Now, I'm pretty familiar with the retro community, and plenty of people would say that's not retro to me, and I say that's fair. Tell you what.
Yeah. Okay, so you think it's a subjective thing, like what you grew up with and what you've like kind of grown past maybe turns into retro, that kind of thing?
Well, I think it's becoming that more and more. Because it's kind of hard to define. Unless you want to say, I think some people do say 20 years and past.
Holy shit.
That is putting us at 2002, which I'm pretty sure is that era, right?
Yeah, I mean, the PlayStation came out in 2000, right?
Yeah, and so it's like just a few years before that, you're still in your Nintendo 64s, and you're still in your Game Boy Color and whatnot.
Yeah.
So there's some games you can play where people don't question it more, and then others are like, well, is this retro? And usually they just discovered they have aged.
I think that's the realization that I'm coming to right now. We had the same debate where people were trying to say that the PS2 is retro, and to me, like when I was a kid, that was like a cutting edge technology. So I still kind of
absolutely.
I kind of view it as that still in a way, where it's like that this was like the next step in gaming. So everything before PS2, GameCube, Xbox, that was retro, and then everything since is like more modern gaming. But maybe.
Well, and I think that's fair, and I'm more on the. I think what we're getting to is we're kind of reaching that tipping point where it does become retro to some degree.
Yeah.
But that's the next generation. I think that's why some games like launch titles really feel a little more retro to me.
Yeah.
When you get to the end of the era, it does become a little like, oh well. Now at the same time, I just like. As far as streaming on Twitch, my personal take on it has just been that retro community has been really kind, and
oh really?
I just like hanging out there.
Yeah, what's the community like? Is it mostly people that are kind of like a similar age to you, or they're just kind of getting up there and want to relive the glory days of retro gaming, or do you find any youngsters in there?
You do, and that's inspiring as always. Now, I myself, I was born in that late 19th century, or late 20th century, I suppose, 1990.
Oh, yeah,
So I think in general, it does tend to trend older, obviously.
Yes, sir.
But in some ways, I find that I think that there's something to if you reach a certain age and you're still going on the internet and hanging out with people who like Mega Man, you're probably pretty nice. um, Not necessarily, but in general, they do seem to be some softies with a lot of nostalgia in their hearts. Tell you what.
Yes, sir.
And also a lot of fascinating, just like speedrunners and whatnot. They've been very friendly and kind of they're inspiring figures because they don't. The majority of them don't treat it too. There's not too much ego going on. It's just kind of like this is an impossible game sort of thing.
Yeah, they don't like gatekeep anything. They just kind of welcome you with open arms. It seems like.
And for the most part, of course, it's like everywhere's going to be different. But
Yeah.
I first started streaming just like last January, and
Oh,
I
wow.
had some friends who stream, and they had told me horror stories, and I think that the retro community, I kind of snuck through a lot of those just because I was playing Pokemon and whatnot.
Yeah. What kind of horror stories are going on in the retro community? Like people kind of like
Well, that's
back
I mean,
market black magic kind of games, or what?
well, of course, there's that dirty cabal of counterfeit gamers out there selling ET and whatnot. But no, I mean my friends who streamed, they don't stream retro, and so they had some experiences that weren't too great. And of course, I went in expecting more of that, and yeah, all in all, it was just, if anything, there's some smug folks there who are like, oh
Really?
yes. I beat this game when I was a boy. And I'm like, well, I'm an adult and I can't, but I'm trying.
Oh, so it's like kind of like trash talking, like you suck at
A
this
little
game.
bit.
Really?
A little bit. Yeah, and I think for the most part, what I've gathered is that in general, it's good-hearted.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
from time to time, it's just, obvious troll is obvious sort of thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now you said you started last January, right?
Yep.
Now, what was like your when you first started? What was your like? Did you always kind of want to do like? Because I've noticed in your streams you have an insane range with your voice. Like you do incredible impressions. What have you always been kind of like the quote unquote Hank Hill VTuber? Have you done other things? Was this always kind of your idea with VTubing or?
Well, kind of how it started. When I first started streaming, I didn't have a webcam, and it was like I couldn't perform in any capacity because the pandemic was in really hard. So I was like, I figured out, there was that VR chat, so I'll stream that game a bit and play different characters in there to start. And then after a while, I played like 6 or 7 characters for the first few months.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and I had fun doing. I used to have it so you could pick different characters to switch between. But the main thing I've wanted, I have a buddy user who I work in Blender. I've made a few things in Blender. They're not very good.
Oh, cool. Like OC,
but,
like original characters.
Yeah,
No
and
shit.
I use them from time to time.
Really?
But,
I don't think I've seen those.
yeah, well, it was very odd. The Hank Hill just, I think it was mainly because with this I can be on late and try to stay calm, sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah. What do you mean by that? Is try and stay calm.
Well, I mean, Ghosts and Goblins on Nintendo, about yeah, get my Eureka in a knot. A lot of those games do, but when you're doing this and it's 3 a.m., you just got to go, oh well, dang it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah. That's
I'll
right.
do it again.
So you're talking about like not rage quitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in a way, it's really changed how I play a lot of these games.
Really, you use the character as like a vessel to remain calm and keep your rage underwhelmed.
I guess to some degree, it's just well, I have to sound like this to some degree,
Yeah.
So
What were the other characters that you were using? You said you went through like 6 or 7 or
Yes.
something.
So initially, we did the Doc and Marty's.
Oh, cool. Okay.
They were a tag team. Kermit the Frog. He tried some Battletoads. I still got to beat
No
that
way.
one.
Wait, you can do like an impression of Kermit?
Well, you know what? That one I don't think was very good, personally. I thought it was okay. You know, it's like you kind of get it, but I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, I didn't feel. I just didn't. There wasn't too many places I could go with it without feeling I was doing a huge disservice to Kermit himself.
Okay, fair.
We did the what would we do? Yodi.
Yoda?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mario played all the Sonic. And Mario played games that he initially was supposed to hate, but would fall in love with them.
That sounds like Mario. Yep. Or Mario,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, of course. You know, I pronounce everything correctly.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and stick to you. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, and then that Chester Copperpot, or Totally Not Sir David Attenborough. That was just a goof I'd made with a VTuber initially. And then I did it on stream one time for a 24-hour thing. And I just liked doing that guy, so we kept him around.
That I was on your stream one time when you did like an improv David Attenborough impression, and I was legitimately crying at my desk. It was so fucking good. Because
I appreciate that.
you went to like a new scene and you just had like a mouth cutout for David Attenborough, but your Hank Hill
Yeah, so
lips were right behind it.
The funny thing is, it's like I have a bunch of I love to improvise, and that was one of the things that but one of my favorite parts about the Twitch is you can have channel points and whatnot, and so you can get little prompts to improvise upon. But god dang, I used to do it all like that, but then I figured out what the PNG tubies were.
Oh yeah.
I just never made another one for that Nature Facts one because it's so janky. There's just something about it that's just so. It's like the Conan O'Brien. I don't know if you know the early Arnold Schwarzenegger impression style stuff.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna keep that one terrible. But
No.
I love them Planet Earths and whatnot. Oh boy.
Oh, it felt like I was watching it, and you know what? The jank makes it nice, man. The jank makes it unique. And I was
Wabi Sabi.
yeah, it's all wabi sabi, exactly. And I was reading your about section on Twitch, and you have over like 200 plus ways to redeem channel points on your channel.
Well, so I think the max channel points is 50. They might have expanded. If they do, I'll add more.
Yeah.
But a lot of that is through commands. There was a point when I had more than 200 just commands with no cooldowns.
Oh
and
my god.
I just about busted.
Yeah. I think any man would.
Yeah, we pruned it down. So all together with the different ways you can vote and the extensions. Well, with the extensions, there's like 300, but with commands and channel points and the voting system, yeah. Because I like that interactivity. I think that's neat.
Yeah, I mean that's what like me and my girlfriend were on Twitch like super late one night, and we found your channel because I mean I'm a huge fucking fan of King of the Hill, and we were like, what the fuck, like a Hank Hill VTuber, and we got in and we were just mesmerized. All these redeems going on and all these commands going on and like wondering what this button does. I mean, we were like kids in a candy store, just pressing buttons. Like it felt like I was in a rocket ship, kind of blasting off and seeing what each button would do. And it was just magical. And you stay so cool and calm, but it is so funny the way that you interact back with people coming in that like I couldn't help but just binge watch everything I could, and get super stoked whenever you would, come live if I wasn't streaming. It's
Oh, golly. I did mention I needed my cheeks for twerking later. You've made them beet red. They're burning. They're burning.
I'm just being
really
honest,
kind of
man.
y'all to say. Well, that's super kind of y'all to say, and yeah, I just I like that Liar on board. I got that thing cooking, and phew, sometimes I don't sleep so well, so I'm like, we're like last night. I made a. Today we have we have 2 new redemptions today.
Oh yeah, what are they?
Yeah, they're not super interactive, but they're little goofs. One, you awaken the windfish from Link's Awakening, and that just changes the. It has a little animation, changes the overlay for a while, and then same thing with the Cascade Resonance from Half-Life. You can do that and make a Half-Life creatures bust everywhere for a limited amount of time.
I'm pretty sure I've seen you in a Gordon Freeman, Hank Hill.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Now, we got all mixed up after that.
Oh, my God.
Oh, there he is. There he is. So I got like 32 of these fellies now. Oh, my shirt fell off.
Oh, my God.
But I can't. It's done in a really neat way. But if I get it off a little bit, then I can't find. Oh, hot dog. No, I have the G-Man somewhere.
There it is.
He's lurking inside of me now.
Wake up,
shirt
Gordon.
fell off.
Now, are you making all these yourselves? Or are these skins that you can... Where'd you get your model from exactly?
So, I would like to user_24680. He's a felly I met in the retro community early on when I was still doing VR chat.
Oh, okay.
And he sent me a model, and ever since then he sent me whenever I have goofy ideas.
Yeah.
And he has plenty of goofy ideas on his own. Like one time I got back from unfortunately my grandmother's funeral. When I got back, I could do this.
Well, I'm sorry that your grandmother had to pass, but man, this is pretty. This is pretty.
I
nice.
mean, that was an absolute tragedy. But I used to have to do this because I like to twerk, but I couldn't move at all. And user helped me out. But as far as the skins go, yeah, I just make these in Photoshop.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And then user slides them in. Wink.
It's amazing. Like that's part of why I like your stream so much is because I never know what I'm gonna get. It's just it's such a calm ball of energy. Like it's so high tension, low
it's
energy.
High.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. What you were saying.
It's amazing, man. I'm just so enthralled with what you do. Now, when you chose to like kind of stick to Hank Hill, was there a reason? Are you just a big King of the Hill fan? Is it because you do a good impression? What was your reasoning kind of behind doing that stuff?
Well, it's there are multifold reasons, and there are some. I can tell you one of the best reasons between us boys.
Oh yeah. What's up, man?
Is that now I don't want to get too into this, but
yeah,
I seen Hank Hill. He's getting used for some memes and opinions and whatnot that I don't think he'd exactly have.
Oh no, like what? What kind of
co-opted for some, some fascist propaganda and whatnot.
Oh yeah, that happens sometimes, man. All the characters we love kind of get used for fascism sometimes. Yep.
And especially if they're the least bit, I'm from a rural region. And so that became a fascinating aspect as I went on just talking to folks about stuff. But beyond that, I'll tell y'all what, at this point, I'm just confused. Sometimes I try to do other things and I don't know what to do, Bobby.
Yep, yeah. No, I gotcha. Yeah, I think that happened to the Teletubbies as well. Can't really put their image on screen anymore. But yeah, I mean, I want to ask you another question real fast. I'll be honest, man, growing up, and I think a lot of people, I've talked about this on stream before, growing up, I fucking hated King of the Hill. I would always watch The Simpsons, then King of the Hill would come on when I was a small boy. Hated it with a passion. Sure. Fucking couldn't stand it. Got to college, binge watched everything with my friends. We had like a smoking device, and we smoked a bunch of weird stuff. We smoked a bunch of weird stuff, and we watched King of the Hill for like a week straight. And I fell in love with the show so much, and it's become my favorite animated show of all time. Did you have a similar experience, or are you a rare case where you actually liked King of the Hill when you were a kid? You've always liked it, or?
Well, I'll tell you what. In the first place, you're onto something that with that inferior tobacco helping you enjoy King of the Hill. Oh
yes.
Boy! But I actually did watch it growing up when it was on. But initially, I didn't think I liked it. Now, you might have been too young for this. I think a lot of the reason that happens for folks is that they don't understand that it's not necessarily for who it's about. And so they see it and they say, I'm not that. I don't like any of that stuff.
Yeah, that's so true. even though like I kind of grew up in a rural part of the country, and a lot of people on the show, I guess once I got older, I realized a lot of people that are on that show was my next door neighbor, and one of my teachers and stuff like that. And I didn't really get the connection. But I see what you mean. It's not really for those people.
Yeah, I don't remember. Well, I was still a kid when it stuck to me, but because I used to just watch them Fox Sundays with The Simpsons,
Yep.
and Malcolm in the Middle, and God dang, Arrested Development premiered on that. I loved that as a kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, King of the Hill. I don't know what episode sold me, but I did enjoy it. But once I got to college, I did have the well, now I'm watching this cover to cover.
Yes,
And
sir.
then one of my best friends I met after graduation, who coincidentally liked some of those things we were talking about, he'd never really watched all of it, so then we watched it again. Now, I haven't done it since then, but I remember most of it.
Gotcha. Oh man. Yeah, it's such a fascinating universe that was created in that show, and it's something I come back to. It's kind of like a comfort show for me. So I don't know. I guess finding you was kind of like the next step in going on this journey with a show I really connect with, because it does kind of take me back to my youth a little bit. Being surrounded by those kind of folk. So it's I don't know. I don't know if it's the universe kind of telling me some things to maybe be grateful about where I came from as a kid, and maybe respect a little bit more. I don't know. I don't really know. Do you believe in any kind of like fate or destiny, like that kind of crap? Or
Well, I don't know if I believe in the fate or destiny, but I love your take from that. And I myself, I'm from a very rural. I'm even from Kentucky. Now,
I'm from Ohio,
oh,
dude. Yeah.
Well, I've spent some time in Ohio in the collegiate activities, but I moved out the California way about a decade ago. But I know what you mean. It's like it's still a very rural place where I come from in general, and
Yes, sir.
yeah, watching stuff like that, it does pull on the old heartstrings. Tell you what.
That's right, man. Yeah, I guess I saw like a lot of adults that I guess I looked up to as a kid, kind of portrayed in that show a little bit, in a weird way, in a strange way. But I did want to ask you. I looked at your game list, and I'm gonna flash it up on the screen one more time. This game list of games you've beaten. Do you have like a top 3? Do you have like
top 3 faves?
Yeah, top 3 faves. Like you.
Well, I was actually thinking about this, trying to fall asleep a few nights ago in a weird way, because people are always asking me my favorite vidya, and I couldn't really say, but I thought of 3 that I think kind of tie up my youth in vidya very well, and like help determine what I like from that point onward, which is of course Mega Man 2,
Beautiful. Okay.
Pokemon Blue,
Oh.
and Half-Life for PC.
Oh.
Those 3 games I played as a kid, and the more I look back at what I like, I learned a lot about what I like from those games and what I like in a gaming experience overall. But now I do play a lot of short, harder games on stream.
Oh yeah.
That's just so I never have to play them again.
What have you been playing recently? Like, what's an example of a short, harder game?
Well, so the funny thing is that a lot of these hard Nintendo games are technically, you can beat them really quickly.
Yeah.
But you almost have to because they have time limits. But to beat, it's like you either die horribly or you almost beat them perfectly. And Castlevania 3 actually really pushed me a lot more than I thought it would.
Yeah, Dracula's Curse. Yep.
Yeah, damn. That was, oh my dear ball. But at the end of the day, once you learn it, you're like, well, technically we could do most of this pretty quickly again. Now that we died 100 times. There.
Yeah. So you're kind of in it for the challenge, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is. There is something very satisfying about it, and there's something almost impossible I've learned now about. Well, if I quit or if I rage, this game beats me. No
That's
game
right.
beats me, Bobby.
That's
but maybe tomorrow. But maybe tomorrow, I've learned.
That's right, man. Would you ever go into like? I recently had kind of an epiphany with that kind of stuff too. Playing harder games. once I started streaming, I got into like the Souls games, like Dark Souls, and I kind of had the same epiphany where, just like you said, if this game beats me, I'm finished. You know, how can I show my face anymore? That kind of thing. And I got addicted to it. Would you ever go into like more modern games, like a Dark Souls game?
Well, that is definitely the genre or the particular series I'd like to go through. Because most often, folks who generally aren't familiar with retro too much,
Yes, sir.
I'll be playing Mega Man and they'll be like, this is like pre-Dark Souls. Or Time Commando will be like, this is like pre-Dark Souls. I'm like, yeah, but it's true. I know what they mean. They're like, this is punishing. This requires memorization and timing. And you got to start way back if you get a game over, you know?
Yeah.
So I definitely want to. And folks I know who like that retro propane, they like them Dark Souls. So I tell you what,
Hell yeah.
one of these days. But I'd like to start at the first one.
Yeah.
So each one you play, you're like, oh, it's getting better, as opposed to, well, they took the thing out. Dang it.
Yeah, Dark Souls is a funny series. I actually started with the third one. A lot of people said it's the most like beginner friendly. Because if you go in order, it's weird. If you start with Dark Souls 1, it's really good, but it's kind of jank and clunky in some areas. And then Dark Souls 2 is a piece of shit. I love it. Probably my favorite one out of the series, but it's horrible and I hate it. And then Dark Souls 3 is probably like the most polished. So it's a weird order to play them in. I don't think you'd have to do it 1, 2, 3. But
yeah, most people say don't do that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's up to you.
But maybe I definitely got to get more from it. Well, I want to play them. Aren't there some Demon Souls before that?
That's right. Yeah, Demon Souls came out. That was the first one, and I still haven't actually played that one. I'm doing a weird order right now. I'm trying to get through all the FromSoft games. I went 3, 1, 2, now Bloodborne, and then I'm gonna go to Demon Souls next before Elden Ring.
Oh, now that Elden Ring looks like it's a good goddamn time.
Oh yeah.
Should make it there by like 2030 at this rate.
Yeah. Well, I'll be there, man. I can't wait. Do you do a lot of do you do any modern games like off stream? Are you a modern gamer when you're not streaming?
You know, I do cool down with some of them goddamn modern games from time to time. I've dabbled in my Apexes and my
really?
Valorants, and I even play some ARAM from when I really need to relax. I play some ARAM in League of Legends, and oh boy,
Really?
that just washes right off of me. I do enjoy playing them though. Anything that's quick format like that, yeah, I'll hop into.
Yeah. Something that you can kind of just get in, waste some time, get addicted to for a little bit, have some fun, say horrible things to little kids. Yeah, we all like those games from time to time.
Sure. Or at least be like, hey, can't quit on a loss. Ooh, never gonna win. So all right, maybe okay.
Yep, that's right. Oh man. Well, yeah, I think I first watched you when you were playing Fire Emblem, and I never got into Fire Emblem before, but watching you go through a game that is so like technical and requires like so much forethought, you have such a great way of like expressing like how you're gonna run through each battle. And even though I have this is me just shilling you again so that people go and check you out, but the way that you explain everything about a game that I have no interest in whatsoever, I think is magical, man. Like you seriously make each game feel like we're kind of on this quest together to get through this whatever battle we're going through, whatever kind of challenge we're going through. And I can't wait to see you play more, is what I'm trying to say in more or less words.
I appreciate that. And now I feel that conversely too when I'm playing a lot of these games. Sometimes I'm like, look, if I was playing this, I would sit here in, angered silence and just beat it. But I probably wouldn't have a good time. Some of these games, it's just like, it's so much more fun when you do have a community to, give you a bit of advice or, roast you when you lose some of your favorite characters from time to time.
Yeah, that's right.
Fire Emblem, I'll tell you what, I put that on the works because I know you mentioned you would like Advanced Wars, so they voted between Fire Emblem or Advanced Wars.
Oh, yeah.
But that was also because I was coming off of Dracula 3,
okay.
or Castlevania 3, and I was like, okay, no platforming, just menuing, just let me tactics, please.
Hell yeah.
And a nice little breather, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty calm game. I've been enjoying it, man. Is there a game you got on the horizon for you?
Well, now for the remainder of the month, my biggest challenge is going to be I have to finally beat Ninja Gaiden 3. And I'd
Oh,
like
Jesus.
to, yeah, I'm going to clear the misadventures of Tron Bonne and Fire Emblem,
Okay.
and they're going to be done. And I'm on a Pokemon Leaf Green Nuzlocke, but that
Oh.
that's not going to take too much longer. We get over the first big hump. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm going to be playing a lot of Ninja Gaiden, trying not to die.
Oh man. Wait, have you started it yet on stream? I don't think I've caught it yet.
I have not. I
Okay,
have not.
okay.
It is. I have never booted that game up.
Oh, fuck, okay.
I fear it. I fear it.
Is there like in the retro community? Is there like a the game that a lot of people kind of avoid because it's so difficult? Like, is there one that everyone kind of shits on, or like is like, oh man, like I'm gonna stay away from this one? Do you guys have that?
It is a hard line between they're hard for the right reasons and hard for the wrong reasons. So it's like some games are super hard, but they work.
Yeah.
And so those are challenging. Like I think Super Ghouls and Ghosts works really well.
Yeah.
And beating 2 cycles of it is hard, but there are other games like I don't know. I'm trying to think of something really hard just because it's so goddamn terrible and unplayable.
A lot of people are saying Lion King.
Oh, right. See, there's a good example of something that's hard just because, or like Chacon the Forever Man. That's the game I'm afraid of personally that I don't want to play.
What's that? What was that? Chacon?
Chacon the Forever Man.
How do you spell that? Chacon?
Yeah, Chakan. He's the Foreverman, and he doesn't like to land on the platforms that you jump on, I've noticed. He also has a very strange double jump, and he's fun.
A Sega Genesis game. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think was this on the Mega Drive?
I believe so. The thing about that is that it's got the wrong balance of satisfaction to difficulty for me to want to play it,
Gotcha.
It just, I've beat a couple levels, and even then, did I? I don't know. It felt kind of...
Wait, so is this kind of like... Is this like your difficult game magnum opus? Is this the game that you still have to complete?
This is I have committed to complete. The deal was with this game that I had to complete it before I died, and then if I died before, well, what you gonna do about it, Bobby? But so I've made some progress on it, but it's gonna have to be a start to finish sort of thing one of these days, and it's doable. I just don't want to use a guide, so that's the main thing. I just am feeling my way around with my terrible forever hands and jumping into the abyss continuously.
Are you a no guide kind of guy with every game you play?
For the most part, some things. One thing I've really learned that's essential almost for Nintendo games is I'm a manual guy. Because so many games I used to find mysterious, I just got the manual for, and was like, oh, they explain everything in the manual. It's translated in goofy ways, which is a bonus.
You always find some good English, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, for the most part, I don't like to use guides. If I've beaten it before, I don't care.
Okay, I gotcha.
Like a Pokemon or whatnot, I'm like, where are these Pokemon? Show me.
Yeah. You know what? I will say I never really used a guide for Pokemon, but I did buy one for Pokemon Silver, like an old school guide, like when the game first came out. Those things are like art pieces, like they're beautifully made.
Absolutely. Do you have the one that had like it was like gold and silver cross down the middle and the front? Or,
yeah. That's the one.
Yeah. Those really were gorgeous.
Yeah.
I had the Nintendo's. I think it was Nintendo Power's official Pokemon Red and Blue guide too.
Oh, yep.
A lot of that OG, god dang watercolor art. Now, dang it, did I made that into composition book covers. That's what I did.
Oh, really?
At the time, it was perfect,
Yeah.
Now I'd rather like to have had that.
Yeah.
I got a page of one of them somehow.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I got a few pages. just a bunch of art that I had up in my old place.
Yeah.
I just brought with me wherever I go.
Fuck, man. Oh god, that takes me back. Do you remember like your first the first game that you really sat down and beat, like when you were a youngster?
Ooh, yeah, sat down and beat is hard to say. I did play Mega Man 2 a lot as a kid,
Oh yeah.
and but I know I beat it on normal mode, but I wasn't. I definitely beat something else before then. It might have been Oregon Trail, to be fair.
No way. Yeah, okay.
You know, probably it was something really trippy actually. I found my parents' old computer that had DOS on it, and I got it working. I found Oregon Trail,
Yeah.
and you go through and there are tombstones.
Oh
There was
yeah.
one that said, "Hello, Jared from the future. This is Jared from the past."
What?
It had the date on it, and I was like, "Oh my god,
What?
what the hell, kid?"
Oh my god.
Yeah, he didn't provide any important information, but he did. He got me. Oh, yeah, busted.
Holy fuck, that's amazing. Oh man.
Yeah, and most of the tombstones, to be fair, were a combination of ASDF, GH, just
Yeah.
frustration from death. So,
Would you say that Mega Man 2 was kind of the game that got you hooked on gaming? Is that like the one that got you, that got sunk its teeth into you?
yeah, I think that's fair. And Pokemon, drove it in further, and then Half-Life, they threw the dirt on top of me. No, but I mean, before that, I played a lot of Nintendo, yeah, the Zeldas, and a lot of Game Boy game. Link's Awakening, actually.
Yeah, classic.
That might be number 4, if not somewhere in the top 3, but that might have been one of the first big games I beat growing up, too.
Yeah. I mean, beating one of those games as a kid with no guide, that's like quite a feat, I feel like.
Well, it's crazy to think about it now that I can do it pretty quickly, but I did beat that game in a single stream, but I probably spent, well over a year the first time,
Yeah, oh my god, yeah.
just wandering around as a kid, backseat of the car and whatnot, nothing better to do.
Oh, dude, I mean, I had a Link to the Past, like, you know how they remade it for Game Boy Advance?
Oh, yeah.
I had a Link to the Past, and I remember I watched the Super Bowl with my dad, and I didn't know where the hell to go, so I just kept, like, coming in and out of a dungeon and just killing the same monsters. Because, like, I didn't want to watch the football game, so I just
Right.
killed the same monsters for, like, 4 hours. And, I never beat the game. I couldn't do it. I was too small. But I still remember, like, I would ask my friends, like, have you beat it yet? Have you done it? And they're like, nope, not yet. And I couldn't fathom being a kid and beating one of those games. So I tip my hat to you, man.
Well, and that's like, so yeah, I have a couple older brothers and a younger brother, so I probably got some tips or tricks, in there.
Yeah, that's what they're good for. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and also, they taught me. Well, basically, I don't play fighting games or racing games. Now that I think about it, it might be because I had 2 older brothers that were very competitive.
Yeah.
I'd like to get better at those, but yeah, it just remind me of all the schoolyard Pokemon talk.
Yes,
Took
sir.
a while before everyone finally got it, and of course, we talk about frequently all the rarest mons you could catch, the Mew under the truck,
Yep.
the Yoshi you can get, Peekaboo.
Yeah, that's
Luigi,
right.
I think, was a mon at some point.
Yeah. The missing no thing.
Well, missing now, that thing's real and it will hurt you.
Oh, yeah. Actually killed my cousin, man.
No way, really?
Yeah, got him.
Well, I'll tell you what, next time I see it, I'm going to kick its ass.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Say, this is for my lord's cuz.
Yeah, well, he said he was going to go try and do the missing no glitch, and we just never heard from him again. He kind of disappeared. So I don't even know if it was the missing no, but I know it was.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations where I think even if the government found out that it is missing no, they're not going to tell us.
Exactly right. Yeah, exactly right.
They're not. Yeah.
Well, Jared, the kind of the thing we do here at Boys Talk, we have to give some advice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have some members in the castle that we're really excited to meet you, and they have some interesting questions,
Of course, yeah.
and we got to help them out. Now,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I've been kind of known to not give the best advice, so that's honestly why I have you here. I know you're an amazing salesman. I know you're an amazing gamer, so I'm hoping with your years of experience in the retro community, in the propane community, that maybe you can kind of help us?
Well, I will say, based on your own opinion of your advice giving, advising me to give advice, not the best, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
I'd advise against that.
Yeah, you know what? What do you think? You think these glutes are going to lie to you? I mean, they might. They might. They might. Dang it! I'm all dramatic. What have I done? What have I done?
Please don't lie to me, man. My heart can't take it.
Oh, never. I'm just trying to find. Dang it! Well, let's do this for a minute, huh? Okay.
That looks good to me. Okay, man. I'm gonna upload a video to you. We have our first submission. While it's uploading, this is from a longtime castle member named Eggy. They're an upcoming VTuber as well, and they have a pretty interesting question. I'm going to send it to you right now, and I'm going to play it on my stream so we can play it at the same time.
Okay, I got it here. So is this a 3, 2, 1 scenario?
Yeah, we'll do a 3, 2, 1, and then we'll watch it on stream, and then we'll see what you think.
Got it.
Now, I just want to let you know, I don't know what any of these questions are. So he could be asking something racist. I don't even know. So we're just going to have to kind of dive in. And
fair enough. Fair enough. Well, we'll get a screener on this. I'll listen to this.
Okay. You ready for the countdown?
Yep.
All right, brother. 3, 2, 1.
Whoa.
Oh, whoops.
Hey guys, Eggy here. It's so nice to meet both of you. So my question is, hold up. Let me move somewhere more appropriate.
Oh, God.
Oh, I think I'm catching up here a bit. Oh, my.
Oh, Jesus.
Much better. Anyways,
Oh.
as a high-ranking member of Bidet Gang, I have to ask, what was your first experience with a bidet?
Mm-hmm.
And why would you or wouldn't you recommend one?
Whoa. Interesting. Sorry, guys. I know it was a little bit low. I couldn't really boost it up in OBS, but I think most of you guys heard it. He was asking, what's our first experience with the bidet, if we have one, and what's our feelings about it?
Well, I'll tell you what. If you'd like to go first, I do remember my first bidet encounter.
Oh, I'm pretty simple. I moved to Japan 5 years ago. Now in Japan, you got two options. You have a high-tech robot AI heated seat, water spitting, probably smarter than me toilet, or a hole in the ground. Those are the two toilets you'll get in Japan. You're either gonna squat or you're gonna sit on a robot and it's gonna tickle your butthole. Now, my first time, obviously, you know, I'm not gonna squat and sit over a hole in the ground, so I chose the AI robot. And my first experience, it was magical. I mean, in my opinion, not having to wipe, having warm water and a warm seat kind of squirting up into you, it was like I was back in my school days going down a slip and slide, and I can close my eyes and look back and think back on the past. And guys, I just want to say there's nothing gay about it, a bidet. I know a lot of people are like, but I mean, that's your butthole. You're putting stuff in your butt. Guys, I think it's time to get over it. That's just my personal opinion. And since then, I moved back to the US and I chose my apartment because they had bidets included. I'm not going to lie. And that's kind of where I stand, man. I'm a bidet supporter through and through. I'll never go back to the dark ages. And I think it's time we evolve. Simple as that. How about you, man?
I'll tell you what, the first time I came out to this California way, now I went to a sushi restaurant here in LA, and well, they had a bidet in the bathroom. This was my first bidet encounter, and I experienced some magic. I was ready for this. I've been waiting for this day. I'd heard of the bidet. I tell you what, it almost took a turn for me there when you said, "Oh, it reminded me getting all that water. It reminded me of my old school days." But
Yes,
I know
sir.
what you mean. There's that old water park moment. Oops, swam over the jet.
Yes,
Whoopsie
sir.
poopsie.
Yep.
But at the same time, it left my tush feeling more efficient and clean burning.
Yeah.
I will admit, rather embarrassingly,
Yeah.
I 100% assume that this was commonplace in Los Angeles at this point. I would discover upon moving there that has still been the only place a restaurant I've been to that had a bidet in there.
Oh, really? That's your only experience?
Well, now I've used some private bidets since then.
Okay.
Well, the world changed, and now they're in your homes. So I've got myself I've had a friend encourage me, and I successfully did turn it up to its highest settings. And whew, that is more of that water park experience. But yeah, that bidet is right. Tell you what.
Do you think it's almost kind of like a personal responsibility? Like, let's say you've fallen in love and you're kind of sharing your body with somebody else. Do you feel it's a personal responsibility to kind of keep that backside clean, or do you just believe in kind of keeping things all natural?
Well, I tell you what. If I want anyone to head back there, yeah, I'd like to mow my lawn and get it nice and clean for everybody.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
But Bill, see, he says it's all about natural musk, and that'll get him. And I'd say the scientific experiment is playing out as expected.
Yeah. I mean, some people like it, man. Some people like those natural pheromones, you know?
Oh, certainly. I just think it's Bill's, honestly.
Yeah.
Vienna
see that.
sausage. Just the stench of Vienna sausage. It's not right.
I agree with you on that one, man, for sure. So I guess, Eggy, to answer your question, bidet's the way.
Bidet is the way.
Bidet's the way, man. You owe it to you and your loved ones. Keep it clean. Again, Eggy, I know you're worried, but there's nothing gay about it, man. Okay, I don't think you got to worry about that kind of crap. Even if it is, what's wrong with that, man? You know, what I'm trying to say is keep it clean. If you have access to it, I heard you can order them on Amazon as well. Get yourself a
Ooh.
bidet, guys.
They're just dropping them by drone now. All right, Bobby.
Oh yeah, you could get a bidet on Uber Eats, man. You could call someone. You could do it. You could go online and have like that Rabbit website where they'll do tasks for you. I'm pretty sure I saw someone that would act as a bidet for you. They'd sit under the toilet and just kind of spit water at you while you finish up.
Yeah, once again, this is Bill's profile, so just keep that in mind.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean. Nothing gay about it. Nothing to worry about there. Keep it clean, guys.
Keep that tushy clean.
That's right. Now, did I hear you say that you live in Los Angeles?
Yep.
Holy shit!
Well, Los Angeles. It's a huge place. So I live in one of the many neighborhoods. Yes.
Yeah. Same here, man. I live in around.
Oh, you're back from Japan. Well, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I moved back this February and just moved into a new place. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've been here for a little while.
Hot enough for you?
Oh man, you know what? Coming back from Japan, where everything is like 105 humidity, it's nice.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't think about that. Fair enough. Yeah, dang.
Yeah, I mean, the humidity would be so hot, and I mean, just the climate itself is already pretty hot in the summer. So mix that with the humidity, you could be at 80 degrees and it feels like 102 with the humidity.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
It's bad.
Now, I've heard apparently, I don't know if you ever caught it, apparently there is some sort of debate about King of the Hill dub or sub over there right now.
Really?
Yeah. Now, of course, dub is the way, but I mean, for King of the Hill, rather, sub is the way. But some people are arguing, the dub, and I think it sounds like the classic argument, especially with comedy. If you need that tone of voice and you need the timing, you gotta go with that goddamn sub.
Oh
right?
my God! Wait, there really is King of the Hill Japanese dub with English subtitles. Wait a second.
It's strange. One of the first a VTuber, one of the first collaborations I ever did was with a VTuber who was just seeing King of the Hill for the first time, and she was Japanese, and we had a good time. But yeah, it enlightened me to the ongoing debate.
Oh my god, I'm gonna pull it up on stream for a sec.
どうしたまだ一箱目だぞなんだか吐きそうそれを聞きたかったんだよよく頑張ったな
This is so wrong. This is so wrong.
I'm gonna say it's a pretty easy argument there, but
ちゃんと水で流
you
す
know,
んだ
it exists.
This is so wrong.
子育てってのはラジエーターを修理するのと同じだな思うように動かなくなったら
Oh my god.
洗いするに限るあら
Ara. This is so unsettling.
It really is uncomfortable. So, you know, it's got that nice. It feels like almost one of those Mandela effect things, you know.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
But yeah, it's making its way. It's making its way.
Oh my gosh. That's... I feel dirty almost.
Yeah, I haven't heard Boomhauer as well.
Oh my god, I wonder if I can find it.
I might have to just do a day where we just do those voices instead.
Yeah. I don't know if I can find Boomhauer right now on the spot, but I'm going to be looking for it. Oh my god,
yeah.
could you imagine?
What a goof.
Holy shit. What are you a big fan of anime? Because I know you're a VTuber technically. You use the VTuber tag. Are you
yeah.
are you a big fan of anime?
Now, I am a big fan of that anime. I guess I'm a bit of one of those annoying boomer anime fans at this point, being 32, where most of my favorites have seen their time for some time.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
But I tell you what, the current series that I'm really enjoying that I've got to god dang finish is that Mob Psycho. I'm really that's one of my favorite. Just I mean, you know. I guess you couldn't call it a fantasy show, regardless of whether anime. One of my favorite shows in some time. I thought that was pretty god dang fascinating.
Mob Psycho is fantastic.
Yeah, I think there's a new season out though. So
Yeah. Oh man, when you say boomer anime, what does that mean? Because that's making me kind of scared. I'll be honest, because I'm kind of a boomer myself.
I don't know. I'm just echoing the nonsense that I hear. But like one of my favorites is that Yu Yu Hakusho. Okay, you know, you see, you like the good stuff.
Yeah, did you see that they're doing a live action version?
Yeah, I did. And you know it's going to be good. They always are. After God dang Dragon Ball Evolution, I knew they would always be good.
Wait, have they? I know they've released some of the characters, like the actual actors.
Yeah, now, dang it, they're gonna show us these stills that we're gonna be like, oh, looks so good.
Yeah, they have. I know they released Kurama. I don't know who else they released, but Kurama was always my favorite character in that show. And man, I feel like it's a Godfather moment. Like, look what they did to my boy. they massacred him.
That is so sad. Really? I haven't seen who's playing Kurama here.
Let me see if I can find the link real fast. I'll blast it up on stream. Yu Yu Hakusho live action. Now, were you one of those kids that kind of found Yu Yu Hakusho late at night on like Toonami?
Yep, that was. I think that was probably my first. It might have been those Saturday Toonamis. I think they used to have.
Yeah, Saturday night. That's right.
Well, and there used to be some daytime ones when I was.
Oh, really?
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, so this is the 3 that they have so far.
Okay. Where's Kubar?
That's who everyone's waiting for.
I mean,
oh wait, they have him! They have him! No!
Oh no, wait. Okay,
scroll down.
Oh, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh my god, the hair's not even right.
Why do they do this to us? They just think it's funny. These people hate anime. They just hate us.
Oh my god.
Why?
Oh my god.
Well, you know, we'll have to see. I guess. But
I think out of the main 4, I think Hiei looks the coolest. Yeah. Like the most. Oh my god, I'm gonna start crying, man.
Out of these 4, being told that is Hiei is the least upsetting to me, basically.
Yeah, that's right.
The most
yeah.
easily to buy. I mean, Yusuke,
Yeah,
it's reasonable. It's reasonable. It just looks, he's a human, so I'll give him that. but it doesn't look right. And look at me.
Oh God, it's just Kurama's wig is just. Why didn't they fluff it a little bit or something, man, or make it a little? And I'm colorblind, but I know Kurama's hair was like red or pink, and to me, I mean, this just looks like a brown-haired guy, and I could be wrong, but.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a bit of it's got the pinkish, but it definitely don't have that like delicate, ethereal sort of. Yeah. Hiei does look kind of grumpy though. There's that. They don't look the least bit like they're about to do it, so I don't know what what they're doing with this show.
Yeah. I'm not one of those people where like if they do live action, it has to look exactly like the show.
Yeah.
But this to me just looks so generic. Like they didn't even take it in a cool direction. It's just like a watered down kind of version.
Yeah, that is odd. I've kind of been confused a bit by a lot of live action cartoon or especially animated adaptations.
Yeah.
Where it's like, part of the thing that sells people on this is the larger than life nature. So,
Exactly.
I don't know, go for that. But then again, I have been punished before with that.
That's right, man. Honestly, I can't think of a good live action version of an anime except for like Rurouni Kenshin. I don't know if you've seen those movies.
I've heard that those are good. I didn't watch too much Rurouni Kenshin. I enjoyed it somewhat, but I just never kept up with it. But I've heard that the live action are pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I was a big fan of Rurouni Kenshin back in the day, so I had to check them out. And the films, they're pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie, they're really not bad.
Now I've seen some brief fan films from time to time where I'm like, all right, Bobby.
Yeah.
But those mainly get sold on the effects, which are awesome. Which is, I don't know. To me, that's part of the thing too. I'm like, we like the way the Kamehameha looks. It's kind of actually subconsciously part of a lot of it.
Yeah.
So like maybe just I don't know. We'll see his spirit. Maybe we're getting a shotgun in here. I don't know. They'll probably just give him a standard spirit gun or whatnot.
I'm so nervous about the SFX for the spirit gun and like I mean all the rose whip everything like Japan doesn't really have I'm assuming this is Netflix Japan, right? That's making this?
Yeah, I assume so, yeah. I'm not really sure. Yeah.
Japan just doesn't really have the best track record with like live action stuff, especially SFX. It's not a cinema first kind of culture. They kind of end up CGIing everything. Yeah, Ben, that's right. So I'm fucking nervous, man. I'm nervous.
There are gonna end up being a lot of Goofy leaping in front of a green screen while the rose whip goes about scenes.
Yeah. Oh man. Now somebody in chat said that the Duffer Brothers, the guys that made Stranger Things, are actually for whatever reason making the third live action adaptation of Death Note. I don't know if you've ever seen Death Note before.
Yeah, I haven't watched too much of Death Note, but I'm very familiar with it. I've seen several episodes, and basically one of my roommates used to love that, so I saw too much and then was like, well, at some point I got to start over. But I have not seen the. I'm familiar more with the interviews surrounding the Death Note movies than I am
really?
the actual adaptations. Yeah. I just haven't heard the best. They did a Parasite too, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure did. Yep. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm call me crazy, but I think the reason the anime works so well is because it does have that fantastical nature that only anime can do, that only that art style can do. So bringing it into real life just kind of kills the magic. I don't know.
Something I've been waiting to see done, and I'm confused why they haven't. I don't know if you've ever seen like a Scanner Darkly or anything like that.
I love that movie. Yeah.
So why don't they do that?
Yeah.
And like then they can CGI, they can draw. No one can tell the difference. You could draw attacks and stuff on top of that.
Yeah.
Dang it! Do it. I want it.
Do it.
But nah. They're just gonna keep casting.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Hey, this was my favorite anime growing up, Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm glad you felt the same way. I got hopes. I got hopes. I know it's not going to be maybe what I want,
agree.
but
I agree. We can't because at the very least we can be happy. It's like, oh man, too bad they keep making all these anime film adaptations.
yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
when I was a kid, I would assume that we wouldn't be here. So that's nice
Exactly right. Yeah, yeah. We can't be too negative, man.
until it's out.
Until it's out and then it fucking sucks and then we can shit on it. Exactly.
And maybe it'll at least be fun.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully it'll be one of those things where it's so bad it could be good.
Right, right. Yeah, that's the kind of tricky thing with Yu Yu Hakusho too, is that it has a lot of intrinsic darkness and depth to it. So it's like,
Yeah.
if one of these, if it was just a pure goofs, that could maybe work. But well,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Kind of
We'll
that
see.
dissonance between the darkness and the kind of campy quality that live action might bring out. Who knows?
Right, right.
God, we'll see. Do you have any other boomer anime that you were kind of into? I know you're wearing a Dragon Ball Z shirt. Were you into anything else growing up?
I quite enjoyed that DBZ as well.
Hell yeah.
I enjoyed my Gundams. I probably
Oh.
mobile suit more overall.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
But see, that's a series I haven't watched as an adult at all. I watched, I guess, a bit of the early stuff.
Yeah.
The Federation stuff, I think it was.
Okay.
Not too long ago, but I enjoyed that Gundam growing up. But yeah, I haven't watched it too much since. I'm trying to think if I really had to go outside of the realm of Toonami or just at my Kroger's, you could buy Shonen Jumps.
Oh, no way. Really?
Yeah, and I about busted as a kid.
What?
Now they stopped selling them, but I probably got like 3 or 4 of those at least, and that introduced me to a lot of stuff I just had to read on the internet at that point.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was a lucky find, I tell you what.
And that-
yeah, and this is in rural Kentucky.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is that in Kentucky?
Oh, even better, at our local Walmart.
What?
For years I saw these boxes.
Yeah.
On the top shelf, and one day I finally saw that they were Gundam models, and they'd been on the top shelf of the toy area forever.
What?
And someone had to get a ladder, and they're like, "Yeah, these are priced like $10 or something." So I got a bunch of dang old Gundam models. Oh,
What?
boy.
I feel like even today I would never see like Shonen Jump or like Gundam models just in a random Kmart or Meijer or Walmart. Like,
I'm telling you, it's Shonen Jump at the magazine section of Kroger in Kentucky.
what in the fuck? I'm so jealous of that.
We must have had someone who worked there.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like, this is basically for me. But
Yeah, you had an insider weeb working at the damn
that's
Kroger.
what I'm thinking. That's and had those. We had no one interested in the Gundam models. I guess they sat there so long. I got one of them Gauss. Oh.
And for $10 too.
Well, I don't know. It was around that because I got it. They were way underpriced, but I think they just been there forever.
Yeah, yeah. God damn, man. Well, I guess I mean, have you kind of kept up with that? Like, have you stayed into anime as you gotten older? Have you grown out of it?
I can't say I don't feel in any capacity I've grown out of it, but I haven't watched too many full series. Like I finished my One Punch Man and
Okay.
whatever was out, and I've watched most of like My Hero Academia and
Okay.
God dang, I saw a little of. Yeah, I only saw like an episode. What is it, Hunter x Hunter?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't see much of that. So I guess not really. There hasn't been like too many new series that have drawn me back in.
Yeah, yeah.
But I tell you what, I did see the.
Yeah?
I think it was a world. It was at least the United States premiere of the Dragon Ball Z movie, the first one they did when they came back out.
Yeah.
And, dude, it was awesome. All the voice actors
Fuck
were
yeah.
there. A lot of the animators were there, and they were all so excited because we were like, they were genuinely surprised so many folks were there. So I actually saw the next premiere too. Those were
No
at the
shit.
Egyptian, I think.
Oh my god,
And-
what year was that?
I mean, this is probably within the past 6 years or so. I
Really?
think.
Holy shit.
Because one of my buds that I was living, well, it was when they brought the series back. Because I haven't caught up through Dragon Ball Super, but a lot of what I was watching for a while was the movie that I saw. But it's like when they introduced Beerus and all that. But it was fun because when we went to go see those, we noticed there was a line that said press which
No
was
way.
just full of a bunch of nerds who looked like us. So we just stood in the press line.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. When all
Yeah,
the
good
weebs look the
speech.
same, you can just kind of sneak in.
That's right. It said, yeah, and I wasn't streaming yet, but well, we're streamers.
Yeah, exactly.
We get a YouTube. No one questioned. They said they got the look, so let them in.
That's what I did at the anime expo, man. I lost my phone and I had to go like back into the expo to go look for it, and they wouldn't let me back in. And I just said, I'm part of the industry, and they were like, oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, duh. Excuse you.
Just lie until you make it, man. Fake it till you make it.
That's what I keep telling my boy.
Yes, sir.
He's faking it.
A lot of people were asking in chat if you watch JoJo's by chance.
You
ever
know
get
what?
into
I feel
JoJo's?
like it's how many episodes are there?
Too many, man. Too many.
Can I start this and live and watch it all still?
Yeah, you can. It's nowhere near like some of the other shonen anime like One Piece or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you can finish the first. I've only watched up to the first 4.5 seasons. You can finish those in like a week or
okay.
two. Like, there's not too many in the first few.
I thought it was up there, one of those One Pieces or whatnot.
It's not quite that yet.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Well, I got to get started then, because I hate knowing I'm like, this is a JoJo meme. I know that, but I don't know what it means.
Yeah. Stardust Crusaders is pretty long. What is that, like 50 or something episodes? I can't remember off the top of my head. But it's 6 and up are pretty long. Oh yeah. 24 to 38. 49 for Stardust. I mean, but each one is you need it, There's no filler. Everything's good in my opinion. I'm a huge JoJo fan, but I get overwhelmed too. Maybe like you. Like if there's too many, I'm just like, oh god, like it's such a time commitment,
Yeah, it feels daunting. Like, oh, I don't know where to start, Bobby. The beginning, I assume, but
Yeah.
but then you got to do it. Do it.
Yeah. Somebody else asked if you've ever seen Baccano.
I have not. No.
Baccano is the one anime that I'll shield to everyone, even people that don't like anime. I think it's like 11 or 12 episodes.
Oh, hell yeah.
But it's my favorite of all time. And we were talking about subs and dubs earlier as well. This is one of the rare instances that the English dub is far superior. Same thing as King of the Hill, because it's like a time period piece, and you kind of need the accents to make it. Boku no Pico? No. You kind of need the accents to make it work. So if you're looking for something to just binge watch over the weekend, that's my recommendation, man.
Now, how do I spell that?
It's Baccano.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I need to watch something.
Yeah, do it, man. I think it's a good weekend kind of thing that you just binge
that
watch.
sounds like about the right length for me to just chill out and watch. All right.
Yeah, I guess it might be the thing I shill in every one of these episodes from now on.
Well, successfully shield to me. Tell you what.
Thanks, brother. All right, man. We have a few more questions. Let's do. We have another video one, but let's do one that is specifically to you. We have a question for you, man.
Oh dear. Okay, give it to me.
This is from a longtime castle member named Baggy NGI, and they say, "Hi, Jared, aka Hank Hill. Does it ever get tiring, annoying to do your impressions?"
Of course not. No. Yep. Every day I turn on my computer and I say, "We're doing it again." Oh, you gotta figure out something, man. I'll tell you what. Now, only insofar as it gets annoying to. It's not as so much annoying to do it as it is. I'm convinced that there's probably too many parts of my brain involved when I'm doing these hard retro games.
Yeah.
When you're doing the talking and the impression and the reading part, something about that makes my thumbs bad.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, so it gets annoying when it's an excuse of why I'm bad at video games.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. I mean, not truly, not truly, but of course, from time to time, it's just like I need to take a break and just go, oh God.
Yeah. Do you ever let your real voice slip out sometimes? And not saying that this isn't your real voice, but do you let other voices slip out sometimes?
Yeah, well, I do kind of slowly slip more into my real voice as I stream, I feel like.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's somewhat natural, and it's somewhat due to I tend to stream later. And then, of course, sometimes you got to put it on, Bobby. But, it's never something I let stress me out about it. I was thinking it is odd. I know this is wishing really, really bad, luck on myself, but
Yeah.
people can come in and be as toxic as they like, but I still don't think anybody's come in and been like, "This is shit. Your impression's bad." So you know what? We'll hold on to that, even though I don't feel like I'm doing it very well most of the time.
Oh my God, are you? No way, dude. Yeah, I don't think anyone could sit here and listen to you and think that your impression is not completely identical to Hank Hill.
Well, that's kind, but I tell you what, just sometimes just bring up the show. I've done it, and I'm like, I don't sound like that guy. But sometimes now he used to sound more like that in the first few.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can, if you got to put it on, you got to put it on. But sometimes it's 3 a.m. and Dr. Wiley just needs his ass kicked. So we're gonna take it easy a bit on that.
I don't blame you, brother. Yeah, even my dad says you sound just like Hank Hill.
Oh, well, if a dad said that, it's done. I
Yeah,
think
man.
that is scientifically how that goes.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, Jared, we have another question for you. This is from another longtime Castle member, Trash Pandacoot, and they want to know, where did you learn to program your stream with all of your little interactive features? And I'm assuming some of your Blender stuff, all of your redeems, your commands. Where'd you learn all that? Self-taught? YouTube?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that number one answer is insomnia and YouTube. So many things have come from thinking of like I got into ROM hacking just because I was laying there like, well, we could figure that out. YouTube will tell me. Or even like same thing. I couldn't sleep and I was laying there and I was like, well, surely there must be something you can do with textures. So I figured out the means, could not do it, and then User, the genius, did it.
Oh, okay.
So as far as a lot of the stuff with this model, that's User.
Okay.
I'll make the textures like this, and I came up with the idea, and I found a means, but I just couldn't do it. I suck at Unity and Blender. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, Liaron board. There's a surprising amount of resources out there and kind folks who have video tutorials, and I mean, yeah, I just learned it all on the YouTube mainly, and trial and error. A lot of stuff. I had ideas and just kept doing it the wrong way until it worked.
Yeah. I mean, hey, insomnia and YouTube, that's like peanut butter and jelly these days, man. You can learn pretty much everything late at night
true.
sitting on your computer. So, I mean, and it's nice too. You have, their name was User, right?
So yeah, let me just, if you don't mind, I'm just going to say their name in chat because they're really, they're
please.
super kind, and they are really amazing with Blender. He streams in like, oh, someone chat him that. Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, I think my mods found him. Yeah.
That's amazing. But yeah, we just kind of met. I don't even really know how, just through retro games, and he was starting to learn Blender, and yeah, we just became a little collaboration partners. But he just makes just about anything. And the video stuff, most of it is just video effects because I edit video and I have been doing that for some time. So you just sneak it in. It looks like more than it is, but it's just a video effect on stream. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice that you have. I mean, you seem like such a creative person. Just with everything that you come up with, your whole stream idea, like everything, and it's great that you have kind of like the brains behind some of the technology to help you out to bring some of those to fruition.
Yeah, absolutely. Because Like I said, props to anybody who can not lose their patience. In Blender, I play some games that drive me nuts, but Unity and Blender have broken me. Have broken me. The number of times I complete projects and it's basically, ooh, cause the way you did that, none of this is gonna work.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
"Ah,
yeah.
all right."
I can't even imagine. I mean, that stuff is so far beyond me. I couldn't imagine. But I'm just thankful that you have someone to bring all of your cool ideas to life, man.
Well, yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, it's once again, it's like just meeting all these goddamn supportive folks like yourself and helping me out. So I appreciate y'all.
No, man, no. Thank you, thank you. We have actually a few more questions directly to you,
Alrighty.
if you don't mind. This is from Sean, and Sean says, "Have you ever considered doing any workout?" Oh, sorry, that's mine. My bad. We have a question from a longtime castle member, the Plague Doctor. And they say, as a 90s personality, what's your favorite 90s cartoon?
Oh, as a 90s, as Hank Hill, now let me think. Jared might have, but let's see. What would Hank's favorite cartoon from the 90s be? I don't think they ever made an animated Marmaduke. Let's see. He probably would like the Garfield animated cartoon somewhat, but he wouldn't tell anybody.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
That cat is a jackass. Let's see. Secretly, Hank was a big Gargoyles fan, actually.
Oh my God, yes. So short-lived, man. Why?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, they'll come back. They're Gargoyles.
Oh my God.
But I think ultimately, now as a '90s personality, this is probably not true, but I think that those '90s Samsons hold up pretty goddamn good still.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with that brave answer of The Simpsons.
As a Hank Hill VTuber saying The Simpsons, I think you're going to hell, man. I don't think that's allowed.
No, I'm not going to hell. Everything's coming up Milhank, Bobby. Oh, dang it, blue screen. Yeah, I'm going to hell.
Now, what's your cutoff for The Simpsons? Everybody's got a cutoff, man.
Ooh, that's a deep, personal, sad question.
What is it, man?
I'm not sure the exact moment, but I will say I rewatched a lot of it with my partner. She had never seen most of the early ones and really enjoyed them. I made it a lot longer than I thought I would until I was absolutely done.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know I can make it through season 8.
Yeah.
I know for a lot of people, it's the grimy moment, where they say it's dumb Homer, and it's fair, but it's still had a season or two in it, maybe for me. I can't quite remember what totally destroys it, but it does get to the point. I mean, ultimately, I'll have to rewatch it, but I'm sure it'll be a very early introduction of today's, celebrity guests, and I'll go, oh, okay, all right.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. All the pop culture references. It kind of turned into Family Guy in a sense, where it's just like bringing on random celebrities, referencing way too much into pop culture, and
yep.
For me, it was kind of like season 9, 10. After that, I couldn't really do it.
I think that's about the time that I just stopped watching my current rewatch. I guess that sounds about right. I'm just not sure what happens.
Yep. Well, we do have another video for you, if you don't mind. I'm going to send this over to you, and we'll watch it together.
Certainly.
Now, again, if anything kind of bad pops up, any type of bad topics, I haven't screened any of these, so my apologies.
Yep, no worries.
Okay, guys, I'm going to get it on the screen, and I'm going to add a gain filter as well through OBS, just in case it's a little too low, so we can go ahead and avoid any low volume on that, guys. And if you have it on Discord, I'll count you down again. 3, 2, 1.
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, brother. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh. What are these strange, enticing objects I'm seeing on my screen, I hear you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. These
What the heck?
are the new limited edition Lord Aethelstan Daddy Makes Spanky's waifu cups.
What the heck is this?
Unit Gamer subs. I hope. Hey everyone. good evening, my lord, and the good Jared, and hello to all the Castle Brubbies in chat. Hope you're all having a wonderful night so far. So, as just about everyone on Earth has known for the last few years, things have been pretty rough for a while. There's been lots of things going on in people's personal lives and in the world around them that make it pretty easy to get burnt out or overwhelmed or just plain out of energy. So my question for tonight is, how do you maintain your motivation, keeping up with your schedules and maintaining your good habits and just generally doing the things that are really hard to do when you're just not feeling so hot? Thanks so much for having me. Have a great night and keep up the good work. Also, don't forget to use code LORD, and I'll see you guys in chat.
That is right, guys. Do not forget to use code LORD for 10% off gamersubs.com, everything on the store. But I do want to say, wait until next week when the sale's going on so you can get some free stuff, guys. Thank you so much. And that is coming from Emi Kasumi. Thank you so much. I believe they are a VTuber as well. So if we could get a shout out for Emi Kasumi. They might stream on Twitch, I believe. I think I've seen them around. Thank you so much, Kamu. Thank you for the shout out. Well, what do you think, Jared? How do you keep your schedules, maintaining good habits? How do you stay positive when you aren't feeling too hot? Are there times where you don't want to stream, but you stream anyway? How do you get through it, man?
Well, I'll tell y'all what, honestly, this is an ultimate positive, so not a bummer. But I tell you what, almost every time before I stream, I'm feeling I don't know. It's a feeling I've had a long time. I've been performing a long time, right? And sometimes you don't feel like you want to get out there, especially something like this where you're not just performing. You got to be social, right?
Yeah.
Well, I have learned that ultimately, if I go into scenarios with that a negative attitude, I don't tend to do very well, and I tend to stay in that place for some time. So as hard as it is, right before I start, no matter how I feel, and I almost always kind of don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I do my best to just get my breath to just a calm, neutral place, right?
Yeah.
And as goofy as it is, like literally, you see it in film and stuff all the time. That sort of metaphor where a character puts on that goofy smile and walks on stage. To some degree, it's just kind of keeping yourself open.
Yeah.
And whether it's a smile, as long as you're open, and at least open and calm.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Usually, I can get started, and my community kind of gets me hyped and gets me in a good mood. And by the time we get, I'm all set up. It's usually just having folks come by and give me a little company that gives me the boost to keep going. But
yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
No, my lord, please.
No. Go. Sorry.
No, but you.
Fuck. I was just gonna say it's one of those snowball things, man, where it kind of seems like an impossible task, but once you start rolling with it, and you got some cool people coming by in your chat and kind of cheering you on, it's just easy. It becomes like breathing. You don't even think about it,
Exactly. And kind of with that idea, but it's sort of the idea you got to go before you're ready sometimes. And honestly, sometimes I'm never going to be ready to do it. But if I start, I'll get ready by the time we're starting. And it's like I try to stay calm and remain positive. And I myself, I deal with a lot of self negativity, right?
Yeah.
But I have discovered that I tend to feel better after I perform or I stream. So no matter how I'm feeling going in, as long as I do it, even if it doesn't go as I planned, usually I feel accomplished and at least doing something. Tell you what.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta try.
Yes, sir. Do you have a moment, like maybe before you started streaming, like streaming on Twitch, do you have that moment where you were like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna go live for the first time ever. Do you have that memory of that conversation that you had with yourself?
I remember when I first started, yes, and hyping myself up to kind of press that button.
Yeah.
And I won't even pretend. You know how I did it? I sat there for a few minutes and I kind of just role played in my head.
Yeah.
You know, as if we were starting and as if someone was there.
Yeah.
And just getting yourself talking is an easy way to keep yourself talking. Um, but that first time, I can't say I remember the very first time, but I do remember because I had a few streams where I don't think I had any company.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, and that's extraordinarily common. And every time I stream, I still think every time I'm like, no one's coming today. This is it.
Yeah. Yeah. Same, man.
But you know, whenever so funny just how much opening yourself up to others, you know, while being vulnerable is risky. If you're not in the best place, if you open yourself up, someone might just pump you up. You never know.
That's right, man. Well, you said your first few streams, maybe nobody came by, but I mean, there's always so many people in your streams now. I'm always curious, like, how did you get to where you are now in terms of like viewership? Was it just going live on Twitch where you posting? Because a lot of people come here and ask me, and I just kind of got here through dumb luck, really. But for you, were you posting on other sites? Were you on other forums, like retro forums? How did you kind of get to your level? Because there's some streamers that come by the castle and kind of have that same question. How did you break through to get to your level at this point?
Well, I mean, honestly, this is my only. I did start a Twitter earlier this year, but I think that was kind of around the time we hit partner. So
Okay.
this is really the only platform that I have. But I mean, I think there's some clickbait at work here.
Oh, hell yeah.
And beyond that, what I tell people, and whenever people come by in my stream and bring that up, I'm like, you realize that that the viewership number is y'all. It's the one thing I can't do, and so it's really just I feel like the retro community was really built me up and was very supportive, and you know, they rated in and they really encouraged folks to give me a chance.
Yeah.
And then I have nice folks that stick around. So I
Yeah.
think more than anything, people can like the content, but I do think it's kind of the chat and the supportive vibes that they have.
Yeah.
And they can joke around. No one takes anything too seriously, and when they do, it's just, you know, it's really no big deal.
Yeah.
So I think to some degree, it's just I've been just very lucky to have a supportive folks who have gone out of their way, like yourself, to
No.
to help to get my propane tanks tapped off. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, that's the one thing with Twitch is discoverability is really tough, and this is kind of my goal with Boys Talk is kind of just find people that really like. I mean, in my opinion, you're like, you have some of the best streams. I mean, listen, man, I'm not gonna name names, but I've been to some streams and they don't really do anything. Okay, and I go into yours and it's hilarious. You have so many different impressions. You have so much stuff going on. You put time into it. You're passionate about it. You're a good gamer. Like, there's so much to love, and I feel like just with how Twitch works, it's kind of hard to find these diamonds that are just sitting right in front of us. And you know, I'm always curious how people can you know, get discovered and really grow on Twitch. And I feel like if you don't have maybe a Twitter or a YouTube or a TikTok, it's kind of hard to break through, man.
Yeah, I would definitely say. Now I've been working on my YouTube videos for some time, but I'm trying to get ahead of the game there with that one. I'd like to get this YouTube going, but that's something I picked up on late. That definitely seems like the way to go, is to have a, you know, at least that Tweety and that YouTube and Twitch on top of that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Also, mods, if you have the link to his YouTube, I think it's linked in his oh, you already got it. Thanks, Kamu. Thanks, man.
I don't have. I mainly just have those music remixes on there. But
me and my girlfriend listened to a lot of those the other night when we first found you. We did like a little deep dive on you.
Yeah, I like video editing. I didn't make the instrumental parts of those. They're from a what is it, royalty pack or whatnot.
Oh yeah, cool.
But I did the you know, King of the Hill parts. The
Yeah,
audio
hell
parts,
yeah.
So Yeah, I like that video editing. I'd like to, compose music, but I haven't started learning that yet. So I think that might be a little late in the game. We'll see.
No, no, I don't think it's late. I mean, listen, man, I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing, and I make music a lot. It's never too late to learn. Again, you have the perfect combination: insomnia and internet access. You can do it. You can do
Well,
it.
I very much didn't feel like, we'd be, we'd have made the progress that we have so far. But yeah, it is odd to some degree. Sometimes I'm like, why do I have 200 ways to interact if it looks like I don't have to do anything? But no, it's more fun for me.
Yeah.
It's a lot more interesting. So
Yeah, it gives you kind of constant like back and forth things to work on and like reference and make jokes
Yeah.
on and stuff.
Yep. See what works, and yeah, that's what I like too. Anything that kind of gives me a yes and platform.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then it helps people. It makes the connection between me and someone else a little better. I learn what little jokes they all like. I know how they like to get me now.
Yeah. Do you have some names that pop up that you could just kind of like recognize instantly? They're kind of like longtime viewers.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I have a lot of super kind folks who've literally from the very beginning have still hung out and just helped me grow. I mean, like user Looper Matroid, Fort Fire, God dang Prax Music. Now, goodbye, Jamie, Bag of Knives. And I'm embarrassed because it's so funny. It's like when I first started streaming, a lot of these folks still hang around.
Yeah.
And I love having the crowd that we do and having all the goofs. But there was something to when I first started and just was getting to know a few individuals at a time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've made really good friends through them as well. So it's a very interesting journey, this Twitch thing for me.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's such a cool opportunity to meet like faceless people that have a similar personality to you, because I mean, they wouldn't be watching you if they didn't get your humor, if they didn't like the way you talk, the things you talk about. So you obviously have some sort of connection to begin with, but to like meet them as these faceless people that just kind of support you, it's the weirdest fucking thing, but it's so nice. Like it
really is. I'm so constantly grateful, and it's like I'll never be able to articulate that properly.
It's impossible. Yeah, you can't. You never could. You can't possibly explain to these people how much they mean to you. I mean,
Absolutely.
there's names that pop up, and I'm sure this happens for you as well, that they pop up in chat and they just say the funniest thing, and you know what, that's so like them to say that, and you're just so thankful that they're there, but you don't want to take time out of the stream to just be like, hey man, every message that you've ever sent in my chat has literally made me laugh so much and means so much to me, and before I start hitting that go live button, I hope that you show up, you specifically. And there's no way that you could possibly tell that to everyone, but there's so many names like that, and I'm sure you do the same thing. There's so many names like that.
I know exactly what you mean. Like I said, I start usually very bummed, and I'm like, no one's gonna come today. And the folks, especially the folks who tend to, they like to say hello, even though they know I'm still setting up and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I always get back to them, and they're just doing it to, they want to say hi. They want to
Yeah.
get started and let me know that they're here and that they're ready to have a good time. So I'm like, well, if there's people here, I guess I'll have to have a good time for them, won't I?
Yeah, exactly, man. It's kind of crazy. We're always so scared of stuff that really hasn't happened yet, man. Like, I do the same thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Trust me, I do the same thing. Every time I hit start stream, I'm gonna be like, man, is that one guy, like, is Lucky Co not gonna show up today for whatever reason? Is he done watching me for whatever reason? Is Blue Jay not gonna come today? Like, it's always that kind of thing, and then they do, and then it's all good, and what the hell were you worried about? That kind of thing. And I don't know, I'm pretty guilty of this shit too, but I'm always worrying about stuff that really hasn't happened yet.
That god dang unknown. Can someone figure that out?
That goddamn dark void, man. What the hell's going on with
Yeah.
that crap?
That Noid's in there and he wants your Zaw. He's gonna get it. No, you're right. I never really thought about it specifically that way, but there are so many folks who's just like you see them and you're like, oh, all right, this is a good stream already. I haven't done anything, but they're here.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Now, do you have goals for streaming like going forward? Are you looking to go full time if you haven't already? Is there an end game? And this is actually kind of a question that we got from the Maestro guy, who's another longtime Castle member, kind of asking about when you first decided to become a VTuber. How far did you originally think you'd go? Did you have any specific goals in mind other than just having a good time?
Well, now to be a little candid, I may have had goals.
Oh,
and
what's up, man?
well, but I mean, I did not expect to hit all my goals by this period of time that I had set. So I mean, I set myself milestones, just personal milestones that
Yeah.
when we reach certain points, I make big changes to the stream.
Okay.
But those are my secrets. As far as an overarching goal, I think that'll come into play a bit more once I can get some of my YouTube videos on, because
Yeah.
ultimately, as I love video gaming, but I mean, I used to host a stand-up show for about 7 years, and we kind of converted to more of a talk show thing. So I
No
would like
way.
to generally expand that content and get a lot of the comedians that I know on, and do more interactive stuff, but while still playing games, but maybe have that be a few nights a week, and then I got some like improv shows. So I do have. I'm a theatrical boy
Yeah.
secretly.
I could tell.
Um,
I could tell.
So yeah, I'm sure actually, if you do know that I like theater, then if you go to the space, you're like, well, it's basically a proscenium stage. But I am trying to kind of set up some theater, some plays on Twitch. I think
No way.
yeah, I think that'll be neat, and I definitely know it can be done. I might have to do a one-man PNG Tubi show first to figure out the technical stuff, but
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
but once I do that, and figure out how I can get that set up, I think that'd be a new fun direction to take in it, and yeah, get folks who are interested in, because I got to do that. I did a Street Fighter the movie, basically read along to the movie with some VTubies, part of the South Side, with Koki and Crimbo and Peony playing
Oh,
Possum, that whole crew.
You know Koki in Crimbo?
Oh yeah.
Oh, no way.
Those are Koki and Meat, I think,
Oh,
were
yeah.
streaming
I love
one
Meat.
day. It was before I knew them, and I got a bunch of followers, and someone in my Discord said, "Oh, some VTubies are talking about you."
No
And
way.
and it was Koki, and she had said she saw me play 16 hours of Super Ghouls and Ghosts the previous day, and then just say, "Well, okay, we'll try again tomorrow." So she liked that, and yeah, and I think they're just so interesting and so creative, and
Oh, yeah.
and I mean that kind of stuff. See, the VTubies, when I didn't even know what a VTuber was.
I don't blame
when
you,
I
man.
started,
I don't blame you, brother.
which is embarrassing. I learned. I did think HoloLive was a very popular individual, but
Me too, man. I don't really know any of them, bro. I'll be honest.
well, I've now met Tinman Mamie. She's part of one of those firms or whatnot called Face Connect, and she was super kind.
Okay, cool, cool.
And she was the streamer who had seen King of the Hill for the first time. Who was Japanese and kind of feeling
Oh,
it
that's
out.
okay. That's who you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, but yeah. So the point is, I guess I did that. We did like a live script reading to Street Fighter the movie, and they do a ton of these. I thought that was so much fun, and VTubers are so collaborative. I was like, well, maybe I might see if anybody's down for some Shakespeare. I don't know if that's just me, but maybe that's where we start. I don't know.
Oh man, I would love to. I would absolutely love to.
Well, I'll tell y'all what.
If you ever need
once
someone.
I get, I mean, yeah, I'd be more than happy to have you. And once I kind of learned my lesson about talking about my ideas too much before I do them, because then I never do them.
That's a curse. Yep, I know that feeling, brother.
that dang old reward pathway in the brain gets stimulated, and it says, "You're done. You did it.
Yep, you
Good
already got
job."
it out there. You're finished, partner.
So yeah, that's more the my biggest goal has been overall to uh, provide content that isn't just gaming.
Yeah,
Not that
for
there's
sure.
anything wrong with gaming, because I love it.
Yeah.
But I'd like to do some more interactive or at the very least theatrical stuff.
Yeah. I think that's one of the benefits of being a VTuber is your creativity can really really be stretched. There's so much you can do with just the visual aspects of VTubing. And yeah, people like Koki and Meat. I mean, I'm huge fans of all of them, and Crimbo as well. I think we rated Meat last night. Actually, I'm huge fans of them, just because they are taking VTubing in a way that's not just, and again, nothing wrong with this. I do it all the time, but just booting up a game and playing it and giving their commentary. They take such a unique direction with the things they have on their stream, the things they do on their stream, and it's so beautiful to see. And that's, I mean, again, I don't want to gas you up or feel like, I'm sucking on your butthole too hard, but it's the same thing I saw when me and my girlfriend stumbled upon you. You were just gaming, nothing crazy, but just the way that you had that interaction, the stuff you had on your overlay, your various models that kept popping up, like why is he always drinking beer? And then you started dancing as, a Dragon Ball Z Hank Hill and then Hank Millhouse. Like, I mean, it's just, I love seeing the creativity that people can come up with, and it warms my heart that you are using that platform to kind of take it to that level, and that you do have those cool ideas for the future as well.
Yeah, I guess ultimately what I'm coming to is I gotta get some art on there. Something that I can sink my teeth into and be like, all right, that had a little something to it. Now sometimes I go for that with we do some meta streams, but nothing really just separate from video,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, there's no rules, man. There's no rules. I mean, you can do literally anything you want, and I think you should. I think you should stretch it as far as you possibly can within the realm of legality.
Well, and that's something that I think I've heard the sounds of a guillotine being sharpened for a while, but I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, my next stream idea is live execution.
Oh, excellent. Wow. All right.
Yeah, but I think taking some of those weird ideas where you might think like, this is maybe too out there, this is going to be kind of stupid, or are people really going to enjoy this? But deep down, you think it's a good idea, like you think that it's going to be fun for you. I think those are the ideas that you have to do.
Yeah, that's the goddamn truth.
Yeah.
It is sometimes hard, when it's not just off the cuff and you're like, I've worked really hard on this. I think it's funny, but everyone might think it's dumb.
Yeah.
It is hard. And occasionally they thought it was dumb, but I think it got a laugh.
That's right. Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah, it's really refreshing seeing a fellow VTuber that kind of has that mindset, man. I'll tell you the truth. It's nice. It's really nice.
Well, it's like you got a goddamn run head first in the walls to break him down. You might not break him down, and you might hit your face and look like a fool. But run again, Bobby.
Yeah, that's right, man. That's right. Well, Jared, unfortunately I can't go for too long today. I have a prior engagement in not too long, so I might have to wrap it up. Those were all the questions that we had specifically for today. I want to ask, man, is there anything that you just want to say, anything that you want to plug, anything you'd like to talk about for the last few minutes?
Well, I mean, ultimately, if I could say anything, I do need to reiterate just now. Maybe I am sucking on your butthole a bit. These are your words, my lord. Okay,
all right.
These are your words.
All right.
But no, I mean, obviously, I'm so grateful that you took the time to have me on. I understand that I got a weird space, and you kind of got to go out on a limb with this guy. We never talked before today, and
yeah, that's right.
I tell you what, I really appreciated how easy you are to talk to, and sorry I talked your ear off a bit.
No.
You got a warm and inviting castle, so it was easy to. I don't have too much to personally plug. Because I will be just playing video games for now. But,
That's fine. Do you have like a
but,
schedule or something you stick to, or kind of off
well,
the cuff?
so primarily what I'll always do is Thursday through Sunday. And then I
Okay.
usually try to do Wednesday afternoon stream, sometimes Tuesday.
Okay.
But generally that weekend, and I'm on the Pacific time, so
Okay,
it's a late
perfect.
night thing generally on the weekends. But yeah, I mean we're doing it. I might be doing a 24-hour stream Saturday.
Oh, cool.
Playing this
This Saturday?
Nuzlocke. So
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Nice.
I think yeah, that'll be a full week of 24-hour streams on Twitch.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, please do. I think I'm streaming Saturday, so we'll go and we'll raid you on Saturday if you're doing that challenge.
Well, whatever ends up happening, you already got my cheeks shaking over here. Come on, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we'll get you, man. We'll get you.
Forgot to bring you Tane, our latest dancer.
Wait, you're a Tim and Eric fan, right?
Oh, Bobby, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's why I got to have those rules from time to
Yes,
time. Oh,
yes.
dang it! Can't do it while we're. Well, I've been working on a nude Tane, but I think that science won't allow it.
I don't know
Anyhow,
if we're ready
I know
for it.
you have to run, so.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about that, man.
I was just trying to get you a little hat wobble at the very least. I mean, my word.
A Flargan
Yeah,
snow.
we haven't built Tane yet, so that's that.
Load up nude Tane.
Generating.
Oh,
He
man.
released a new segment of that Celery Man. I don't know if you saw that earlier this year. It's pretty neat.
I did. I sure did. I'm a huge Tim and Eric stan. Like, not even a fan. I'm like a diehard fan.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel you on that one. Well, yeah, then I'm sure that it's almost impossible not to reference constantly once it's in your brain.
Yeah, I do it all the fucking time. I like my girlfriend is a huge fan of Tim and Eric as well, and between us, it like we don't even have conversations anymore. It's just references to weird, obscure Tim and Eric things.
Where's my pep over? and
Yeah,
over
yeah.
again.
Where's my chippy?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Well, Jared, seriously, thank you so fucking much. I appreciate this. I know we really didn't talk too long before this, but I just want to let you know, man, I fell in love with your streams. I'm such a fan. I'm going to be watching. It's really nice to have you on late at night. Keep doing what you're doing. You got nothing but support from us in the castle. I'm hoping that a lot of castle members will go check you out, because I'd like to think we have a pretty similar hive mind going on, and I know that they would enjoy you as well.
Well, everyone who's come by so far has been super kind, so I appreciate it once again.
Great, man. And if you're in the LA area, we'll have to get a beer sometime, man.
Oh, hell yeah. There are some places where they sell them for not $1 million now.
Perfect. That's right in my budget.
Yep.
All right, brother.
All right.
Well, I'm going to let you go. Thank you again so much. I really do appreciate you taking out your time, and good luck with the rest of your weekend streaming. And I can't wait to see the Nuzlocke challenge on Saturday. You better do 24 hours, man. I'm going to hold it to you.
All right, Bobby. You got it. You take it easy, and thanks for once again, my lord. I
No worries,
appreciate
man.
it.
No worries, man. Thank you so much, Jared. Take care, brother.
All right, you too. Bye.
We'll see you soon, man.
See you then.
Well, guys, I hope you had so much fun today. Isn't he just a sweetheart? Guys, thank you so much for coming out to Boys Talk. I'm going to run our last 3-minute ad right now as we kind of wrap things up. So if you're not subscribed, I just want to say thank you so much before the ads run. Thank you so much for coming by. If you want to stay and get scammed and run up our ad revenue for the month, I do appreciate it. I'm going to run that in just a moment. But thank you so much for coming by, guys. I appreciate it more than you know. Thank you so much. There's the ad break there. Guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you taking time out of your day. I hope you guys like Jared as much as I did, man. You know, I'm not the best interviewer, guys. I don't really know what I'm doing. I never know. I feel like I didn't get warmed up until like maybe an hour and 45 minutes in. I was pretty nervous. I'll be honest, man, but I'm going to get better, hopefully. I mean, I do this in real life too. I never know how I'm supposed to be. Do you guys do that when you meet someone new and you're kind of wondering, how should I be? Should I be normal or should I be a generally accepted nice person, or should I be weird, or should I be myself? I really don't know. But we're learning, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully we didn't fuck anything up too bad. But man, Jared, I was laughing so much the whole fucking time. He's a legend. If you haven't already, please go over to TheGoodJared's channel, blast, mutilate his follow button, commit genocide on the sub button on his YouTube channel. Check him out. I think he said he's going to be live this weekend for Nuzlocke Challenge 24 hours this Saturday. You won't be disappointed, man. Guys, we are going to be back. What is tomorrow? We are going to be back tomorrow with Nyan for Final Fantasy Friday. It's going to be the final Final Fantasy Friday. It's going to be maybe around this time. I'm not too sure. It's going to be a little bit later in the day. I'll ping you guys in the Discord. Maybe 2 p.m., maybe 3 p.m., maybe 7 p.m. I'm not too sure yet what her schedule is going to look like. But we will be back. And then Saturday is going to be a long Bloodborne stream. Are we going to beat the game on Saturday? Maybe. We'll see. And then Sunday is going to be Fall Guys with, I think Mouse is coming. I think Nyan is coming. And then that's going to be over with Saikuno. But I should be streaming on my channel. Guys, I've never played Fall Guys before. I'll be honest. Don't expect too much out of me. But I'm going to try my best to have some fun. That's going to be Sunday with Saikuno, Mouse, Nyan. Tomorrow's Final Fantasy Friday, the last one. Don't miss it. Before we start our Portal 2 run is going to be the next game we play together. So let's enjoy one last time. And then Saturday is going to be long as fuck Bloodborne. Guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed Boys Talk. I hope you check out TheGoodJared. Appreciate you guys so much. We got to find somebody to raid. The ads are just finishing up right now. So let's find somebody to raid. What do you say? Who's on, man? Who's on? Anybody you guys want to raid? Let's see. Fumi? Who's Fumi? Do I know Fumi? Fumi? Techie? Wait, isn't Techie Cutie, aren't they doing like a... Don't they have like a debut or something? Techie just debuted? Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Let's do that. We gotta get him, man. Big fan of Techie. Let's go ahead and raid her. She is debuting a new model, so let's go celebrate that, guys. That's a big accomplishment, man. It's scary. I'll tell you what. I gotta work on my Hank Hill impression, man. You know what? I've been working on one all week, but I was too nervous to let it out. You want to know what it sounds like?
Tell you what.
There we go, man. All right, guys, let's go raid Techie. I hope she's not finishing up soon. She's been going for like 5 hours. But guys, sorry for the short stream today. I do have to go. We're filming something with Rubber Ross. Me, Nyan, and Snuffy, I think. We're filming something with Rubber Ross for one of his videos, and I have to go do that, but I gotta eat dinner first. So sorry for the short stream today, but we will be back tomorrow. On his stream or for later YouTube. I think it's just for YouTube. I don't think he's streaming it. If he is, I'll ping it in the Discord. I'll let you guys know. But I don't know as of right now. But we'll see. But if not, we'll see you back in the castle tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I didn't get to thank everyone for the subs. Let me see if I can get through some people. But some Jude, thank you so much for 5 months. Jay Tiger, welcome back. Thank you so much for 3 months. Appreciate you, man. Desert, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate you guys. Mark, thank you so much for 3 months. Welcome back. Blitz, thank you for the gift sub. Fazy, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Can we get through everyone? Bobby, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Dad Zone, thank you so much for 2 months. Appreciate you, man. Oh God. There's so many. Blitz, thank you so much for 5 gift subs. I'm Batman, thank you so much for the gift sub. Eastern Armor, thank you so much for 2 months. Welcome back. Guys, thank you so much. Frem, thank you for 4 months. Appreciate you. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.